Welcome to the latest episode of Branding the Experience. We discuss ways how we can create environments where employees actually want to come to work and customers want to keep coming back. I am Ken Bader, your host for Branding the Experience. Our subject today, branding is still a priority. This comes to my mind as I do some of my client work this week, particularly with one of my financial institution clients that wisely is preparing for the regulator to come in. And although they are a very, very sound financial institution, they know that the regulator is going to nitpick on a couple of things that are not as important in reality as it will be to them. Unfortunately, that's the nature of compliance and financial and healthcare industries. But what they're focusing on is how can we be ahead of the curve and plan for what they're asking for so they can go back to building their incredible brand, which is very strong and continues to grow out there. So I bring this up for all businesses because, as I mentioned in Cool Culture Corner this week, I truly believe that in my lifetime, at least, that this is the most challenging time ever. Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, certainly we've been through recessions, we've been through war, we've been through terrorism, and we've been through all kinds of things before. But I can't remember a time where we've had so many different chaotic aspects of life just converge at one time, from a standpoint of we're still dealing with COVID, we have war, we have inflation, we're worried about recession. There's a lot of confusion out there. So, whether you're running a restaurant or a bank or a textile company, or a home improvement business, any of those, you have all of these factors coming at you, and that may lead you to really look internally. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that we need to look at all aspects of our business. We have to look at our financials. We have to look at our cash flow. We have to look at basic survival in that, hey, if there is a recession, what's that going to do to our business? And how can we shore things up, especially in light of we are still trying to recover from the negative effects for our business with a pandemic. And now we have a potential recession coming and inflation. Now we're trying to get goods to serve our customers, clients, and members, and it's difficult. So I do believe we need to look at some of those internal things and look at the things that we need to do for survival. Because if we don't survive whatever is coming next, then we're not going to help anybody. But let's not lose sight of our brand. In all those discussions of chaos, let's continue to look at our brand message and to think about, how that message can really communicate how we can help consumers or businesses, if we're a B2B, get through this difficult time. That message of we're all in this together, and this is specifically how we can help because we've helped before for the last 10, 20 years, 30 years, or if you're a new business, if you're brand new here in 2022, specifically talk about, we're new and this is what we're offering that is going to help you, help your life, help your business, help solve your problems in this difficult time. So while we're looking at, as I see many clients do, this survival aspect of, let's get through the next couple of years and hope that it's going to be better. And by the way, hope is still not a strategy. Let's not lose sight of our brand messaging and continuing to build that brand image, that essence out there, because that, I think, is going to be one of the things, not the only thing, but one of the things that are going to get us through And one of those things, as we get on the other side, as we always get on the other side of these chaotic moments, I don't know when it is. Maybe it's 2024, 2025. Maybe it's even in 2023. Who knows? I'm not an economist, just somebody that's been in business for over 30 years. So I know that we're going to come out of this in some way, shape, or form. And I truly believe, having that brand message and that consistency to be able to say, hey, we were here through the tough times with you, and we're here now in the good times to help you rebuild, to build back up, or to continue the success that you had from this chaos. So think about your brand messaging. Don't let that go to the wayside, because a lot of times, and I see this in these tough times, marketing is the first thing to wind up on the back burner, or on the top shelf, whatever analogy you want to use. And that is the absolute wrong thing to do. You need to cut back on some things. Maybe you need to change messaging, but you don't need to stop messaging, to stop branding, to stop marketing, because once you stop actively branding, then it becomes a reactive brand that you may not necessarily like. Thanks for spending some time with me today. And here's hoping, as always, that you're branding the experience at a very high level for all those you serve. Events are back in full swing. I'm actually heading to my 4th conference in at least as many months so far in 2022. I'm overjoyed to be fully back in business after the pandemic, and it would be a privilege to be a part of your next event. Do you need a speaker for your next conference? Maybe a facilitator for your next strategic planning or training session? A full program with expert panelists and interactive exercises for attendees? Or maybe you need an MC for your next event. I'm here to help and have the expertise to be a part of an amazing agenda for your audience. Learn more about Bader Training and Consulting at www.btcinc.net, or better yet, just contact me directly at kbader@btcinc.net, and let's talk about your next event, next training session, or next summit.